What's going on, Capricorn? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, shares. Your support really does warm my heart, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy your higher self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be self-growth, Cap, and all the ways that you can embody the best version of yourself. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling wonderful. Just good energy all around here. Excuse me. Now, with this spread, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently, Capricorn. I'm always telling you about, channel your intuition. Come on, tap into this energy here. And now, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. We're just going to kind of pull until higher self says stop. And I also kind of switching things up too, because over the weekend, I met a fantastic Sagittarius, and she gifted me an Oracle deck. And so, of course, I'm going to have to throw that in there. And with this, so we're just going to kind of, we're just kind of winging it today, Capricorn. But with the decks that I'm using, this is the Astro Matrix Tarot deck, and then the Oracle deck that I'm going to be using is the Anatomy of a Witch Oracle deck. So hopefully you'll like that, and I'm going to include a link in the description box for all those down below, so definitely check those out. But let's see what's going on here, Capricorn. So far this is looking pretty solid. I feel like we've been thinking about happiness. Maybe we're at this place of, maybe we've been kind of down and out for a little while. Maybe things have not been going so hot. And I feel like maybe there's been just kind of like a change of fate here, or that maybe we don't feel like we have to fight so long. Maybe we're letting go of some things. Let's get a little bit more, a few more cards on this before we really kind of jump into it. But, and if this is something where, if we're not thinking about, oh, there you are. Interesting. Yeah, Capricorn, honestly, I feel like this is something where I feel like things are starting to take a turn here. Maybe we've been in this place, like I was saying, maybe we've been kind of down and out for a little while, but maybe we're choosing to let this stuff go here. Because I see, with you even popping up here, I feel like, we're at this place of now we're just trying to take care of some business right now. We're trying to get our, maybe, just get, like, I really feel like get our ducks in a row here, get some kind of, get a really big win. If not, I do feel like that we're getting closer to that win here. And maybe it feels like too, maybe we're getting, the closer we get to the finish line here, maybe we're still kind of on guard, there still might be some obstacles that we're facing, but I do feel like there's a relief coming here. Let's get more on this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, interesting, Capricorn. I like this right off the bat. I do. I feel like that hopefully we're taking this place of, maybe some good healing is starting. And if we haven't been, what are some things that we can get control of right now? If there's been, yeah, Capricorn, I feel like a weight's coming, because maybe this is something that too, maybe we're still feeling like things are going down, or maybe we're waiting for the other shoe to drop. I feel like maybe this is something like some good news might have come in, and you're just yeah, we're gonna celebrate, but let's hold off on a big celebration until we're entirely sure. I'm not. Yeah, this is a very, very interesting reading, Capricorn, because I feel like that there's happiness coming, but we're resisting something for some reason, or we're going through it. Maybe, yeah, because I don't even feel like it's a resistance. I feel like maybe we're going through it, but we're not realizing that we're going through it. Maybe too. You know what? Maybe we're kind of in the storm of it right now, and it's at this place where it's it feels like all of this stuff is just happening to you because it's just like, maybe just like, well, you can't seem to catch a break, kind of life sucks, this is just it's just, maybe it's just been kind of madness for a while. But now we're getting into this place of where, okay, the dust is starting to settle a little bit, and maybe we don't believe it, maybe we're not sure if this is real or not, you know what I mean? It's just like, because you know how, like, you get that feeling of when it's just like when you're sick, like if you've been sick for like a little while, it can feel like forever. Let's say you've been sick for like a week, you go to tell the story. When you get better, it's like, man, it felt like I was sick for a month. But it's like when you get better, you don't realize you're better until something weird happens. You just happen to be like smelling the roses one day, and it's just like, oh my goodness, I can smell again. Like, wait, when did that happen? And it's just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm better. And so then you go along trucking. But I feel like, what's happening right now, maybe some of us are, I feel like you're going through the growth right now. I really feel like you're kind of coming into yourself, and maybe this transition hasn't been the most pleasant. Maybe that's why there's been this, I feel like this disbelief that it could possibly be over, because really all this stuff here really is kind of telling me that things are possibly done. There's maybe a little weirdness here, maybe with the Five of Pentacles, but even then I'm getting like that it's getting resolved, where we're still in a place of where, yeah, this may not have been ideal, but we're choosing to move on. Excuse me. Yeah, we're choosing to let this stuff go. Give me one sec, Cap. Yeah, any more on this? Yeah, let's get a little more on this, Capricorn. Because it is funny, when we get to a place of when we feel good again, it's like it can be kind of a foreign feeling. But I think maybe some of us are still in that fight mode, or that that fight or flight mode. Like it's like you're trying to. Maybe your mind knows that you're getting it resolved, but maybe your body's still kind of catching up to this. Maybe we're in this place of like, okay, this is good, but man, I really hope that doesn't happen again. We're still kind of like, there's still like residual effects that are kind of like maybe lingering. Maybe we like I'm getting like it's a too good to be true, just like when is it going to happen again? We're, instead of celebrating the fact that we just got through this thing, we're just waiting for the next storm to hit, in which, Capricorn, it's good to be ready for a rainy day. And I definitely say tap into your energy, have a like a safety net of some type, or like there's, when I think about working with the energy, we can't anticipate everything, but we shouldn't be afraid of everything happening to us too, because then, thoughts become things, and I know how that sounds, but if we keep pulling that stuff in the mix here, that's the energy that we're giving off here, that's the message that's being sent off. It's just like, oh, there's obviously more bad stuff's going to happen. Well, the universe is just like, well, that's what you're asking, so here you go. And the universe isn't, it's pretty black and white sometimes like that, just sort of throws, you ask and ye shall receive. And I feel like it's really be in the happiness right now. That's, that whole story was just to say to enjoy this sunshine here, because it's here now. We may be at the very beginnings of it, but if you're feeling some kind of relief, allow that wind, give that wind some space, because then that allows more space for more winds. This 10 of Cups up here, that started out, with everyone, that started out just as one cup, and then we learned to fill more cups as we go along this journey here more. And it really does. It's one of those things that as we start putting this into practice, you'll see where you won't Capricorn, where you won't doubt that this is even going down here. Because now let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, because now we got King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and Wheel of Fortune. Capricorn, I feel like and these are all in reverse. And I feel like gratitude is the name of the game. You know, and I know how that sounds. You know, especially if we just went through a tough one. You know, and even considering this energy that's coming, you know, yeah, like that would be a lot to deal with. You know, but even here, you know, when I see how this is forming, it's kind of like forming a number 7 here. And I've been looking up into numerology a little more, and, you know, do check into this. You know, I'm still, yeah, kind of fresh into it. But I want to say 7 is like the number of like sacrifice, you know, of you're going through a transformative period in a sense. You know, it's a very spiritual number. It's a number of like, I feel like, of growth and stuff. And I feel like that, again, all of this, whatever happened to you here, as crappy as it may sound, it wasn't random. You know, there's a lesson that can be brought from here. You know, you got King and Queen of Pentacles. King of Pentacles chilling right next to his Queen here. There's something here, and you know what? Hopefully, you know, did you have someone while you were going through this thing? You know, when I'm thinking about gratitude, let's start there. You know, if we had like people that helped us along the way, that's an easy one. You know, like, because I feel like it's when we start appreciating the stuff that we do have, as opposed to focusing on ways that, you know, life might take from us. I feel like you're going to be in a better place. This sunshine and this 10 of Cups is going to be, because this is how you came out the box here. And I feel like the fact that you got 2 of the happiest cards in the deck is just like, be happy, you know. And I know that may sound aggressive, and it's just like, well, I don't want to fake it. Well, you don't have to, you know. It's because there's plenty to be thankful for, you know. If it can be easy. You're thankful for your cup of coffee, tea, beverage, whatever. Again, are you thankful for people here? Because the fact, you know, again, you got King or Queen of Pentacles here. Who can go through this situation better than a King and Queen of Pentacles? You know, like, they're the types that, sure, even when one of them is down, the others has got you up. And even depending on how you're looking at it, we got each other's back here. You know, so any more on this? And really, Capricorn, I really feel like it would just make you feel better, you know. And I think it would help you get into this place too of just, it would just change your whole perspective, you know. Because I feel like, you know, going through life with the lens of just like, you know, just things are just happening all the time, this sucks, you know, like, you know, I'm not, you know, bad, you know, the good stuff's only for, you know, for other people, you know, whatever negative spiral that we feed ourselves. Because listen, we've all done it here. You know, you're in a judgment-free zone. We've all done it. But it's getting out of it. You know, at some point you get tired of feeling like that, you know, and it happens, you know. It's, you know, it all happens for us differently. But at some point we do get sick and tired of feeling sick and tired here. So stop feeling sick and tired. Get out there, you know, celebrate a little bit, you know. Stop. I feel like we're resisting this thing, you know. That's, and this is really something to applaud, Capricorn. You know, it's, I feel like maybe it's just the degree of whatever this thing is, and you know, like, I only know so much about your situation here, so, you know, you take it as it applies. But you know, I feel like we're going to miss out on expanding the sunshine, expanding our happiness and this joy and opportunities if we stay in this place of denying the gifts that are being given to us here, you know. Because it's even this reversal storm like this. You know, this is something that when you get on the other side of it, imagine how spectacular, how epic of an ascendance that this is. You know, it's something that when you and this might be something that you have to dissect. You know, it's like it may be, you know, doesn't need to get a complete understanding of this overnight, because we're going to get some clarification on this, because this has been kind of looking at me. I'm not sure how this fits into this picture here. But even when we're going through this whole mess, you know, there is Queen of Pentacles comes out It figures it out. It don't matter the degree, because higher self is not going to throw at more at you than you can't handle, believe it or not. And because I tell you what, and it's not a competition, but it's just like we could sit here and trade, and trade sad stories till the sun goes down. But then it gets to a point of just like, what are we doing? Why? Let's feed into some more positive stuff here. It's just like, man, I'm so happy I got through this thing. That I picked up this skill along the way. I had to juggle all these 10 wands here. I made a cart because I got tired of holding them like this all the time. So man, I got this awful tear in my pimp suit. Well, you know what? I learned how to sew. I couldn't afford a sewing machine, so I had to get a needle and a thread, and I had to learn how to sew. But now look at me, I'm baller, and I made one for my girl. So look at that. You see what I mean? You can have, it's all a matter of perspective. If we get, and I'm going to be shameless with it too. Perspective. I got this tattoo just for you, Capricorn. Yeah, like 10 years ago. Just for this just for this moment right here, Capricorn. It all comes together. You know what I mean? It's never done that. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've done that yet, Capricorn. So that's signs all over the place. I feel like this is, because you know what? Too, here's something fun. This reversal storm is looking right at you. You're feeling it right now. You know what you've been through, and but I feel like look at it again, because sure, right now for me it looks like reversals, but for you, Wheel of Fortune's coming. Ace of Pentacles is coming. Your gifts from your purpose that you've been looking for, your fulfillment. The universe is going to present more opportunities. We got King of Pentacles. You're getting back to your stability here. Ascension. Did you see yourself just take off there? Capricorn. More. Capricorn, and believe me, I know how this sounds, and that's why I say it, because I've been there, and we've all been there at some degree. We've all been there to some degree, but it's just we get to this place of let's stop throwing pity parties. Let's just throw a party. I think that that's something that we should start doing. When we get over yo, I was in debt, but now I just paid my first bill. Heck yeah! Let's go out. You know what? Drinks on me. Whatever we're doing on me tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it moving. Let's celebrate this thing here, because this is something you're taking a step in the right direction. Thank you, Chariot. And I'm coming down a little bit, but Capricorn, you see what I'm talking about? See how we can have fun with this stuff here. Even if it's just like, okay, more celebration. Even if because now we're I hope you're celebrating right now. I hope you just got geeked up as I did, because now we're getting back to where the mood's changing again. Where we can get to where it's just like, yes, sure. Let's say what's another example? Let's say your phone broke. I don't know, your screen cracked, and you're just like, you've been working with that cracked screen for a while. It's been bugging you, but then you finally got enough, and you replace that screen, and it's just like, yo, check out my new screen. Yeah, let's take selfies. Whatever. It can be as ridiculous as you want it to be, because why not? We can have more. We can have more. And look at that, you're getting more. You can have the world, Capricorn, your ruler here. You can have this, you can have all this happiness, all this joy. We can switch this stuff up here. But you know what? If we keep restricting ourselves and not realizing what we've been presented, because Saturn is the planet of restrictions. That's one of the things that Saturn encompasses. And when you think about just like your energy in like Major Arcana City, or in Tarot Land, you got your other card is the Devil. And when I talk about both your energies, if it pops up outside of your reading, because you know how your energy works, I don't need to explain what a boss you are. But when I got to tell other people what a boss you are, it may be Capricorn energy. I feel like it's tough. It's your dad. This is you. Capricorn is the father of the zodiac, and I can't imagine, because I'm a Cancer. Cancer is the opposite of the mother of the zodiac. But it's one thing when I feel like when dad's upset and when dad's kind of in a thing, and not letting happiness comes in, it's not to diminish what's going on with mom, but that's weird when dad's going through something, because how do you help that? Dads usually, I feel like, are seen as like, for, depending on the type of family you come in, it's kind of like a pillar, and it's like, it's one of your main pillars there, your mom, your dad, and your mom there. And if any of those energies are off, it's, how do we fix that? How do we remove that restriction? And it's just like what you would tell other people how to get over a situation, Capricorn, you got to do for yourself. You follow your own advice, and that's it's like how what I do on this channel. If I have things that I'm doing that I notice might need work. For example, Capricorn, I'm doing this. I started this channel, something that, just kind of popped into my head recently that, oddly enough, I'm talking about pillars here, my mom brought to my attention, was just like, hey, I came across this like speech thing, she was just like, check it out just to check it out. But it made me even think about what are some ways that I can maybe make my voice more engaging, and then like look into different stuff here, like it's one of those things I can't tell you to grow if I'm not growing myself, and I feel like that whatever you would tell yourself to someone who's going through this situation anymore, okay, whatever else you would tell yourself to someone in this situation here, practice that, and I feel like it's going to help you out here. But I'm gonna figure out what's going on with this Page of Wands here, because it's been staring at me the whole reading. Higher self, can we clarify the Page of Wands, please? Because I feel like if I had to just going based off it, I feel like it's something about just trying something different. Try being happy for a change, and I know that may sound kind of crappy, but it's Capricorn, what are we doing? I feel like you got all these gifts here, all this growth is going on, but it's just like I just don't think that we believe it, and sometimes it's okay to relax. It's okay to not, think that the world is always on fire here, because it's not, and that's just a weird place to channel your energy, Capricorn. I think that there are more on that Page once. Yeah, okay. But yeah, Capricorn, I just think that that's a strange place to channel your energy. Let's try doing something different. I feel like that's any more here. I feel like that's pretty much what Higher Self is trying to get out of this Page of Wands here. So let's just try something different. If you've been going about this, I feel like this is, you're this girl. If you were to toss this baton up in the air, you'd be thinking, okay, how am I going to miss it this time? As opposed to, man, that was a sick trick. I can't wait to toss it up this way, or, try it this way, Let's think of some different ways of channeling our energy, Capricorn. Come on now. But you always know that no matter what you're going through, I'm gonna kick it with you, because we all got to learn this thing, and it's one thing when you're in it. I do understand that, sometimes we all heal at different rates here, but at some point, I just feel like, when do you want to feel happy? When do you want to relax? When do you want to have a fresh start? I feel like with this new moon card popping up, this is about, when I think of the new moon in general, it's about starting new, planting a seed for something new. You just got out of the end of a cycle. Let's do something different. Let's just start a brand new, new Capricorn. I think that it's time to take care of yourself, time to, what else we got here? And then you got Witch Heart here. So you got Witch Heart and you got Nourish. So more. And I think that with all these, with this energies popping up here, I feel like it's time to just to not be so on guard all the time is really what I'm feeling like with this, I feel like there's a different way of operating. There's a way to prepare for the worst, but still enjoying the best. You know what I mean? Because it's not like I'm telling you to ditch any type of, to mess up your security or anything like that. Let's switch back over Capricorn. You know, because I understand stability, but it's just like, why can't you be stable and be happy? You know what I mean? Like, why does one have to sacrifice for the other here? I feel like it's you know, we're in the middle of a lunar cycle right now, and I feel like it's never too late to start doing this stuff here. But if you're still going through this stuff, I get it. I think this next cycle ends around the 19th of February or so. So maybe up until then, you know, maybe thinking about some ways that we can think about how we feel about certain things, you know, about how we're viewing the world. You know, I really feel like that gratitude would be, if I had to give one kind of big, like, you know, if you really wanted my 2 cents, you know, sum it up in one word: gratitude. Even for, and I know, even for those not so savory situations, because man, they may not have been great, but they've added a zest to your life that's it's unreal, you know, and it's going to help to where you can help others, Capricorn, because you help people in a way you like to set them up for success. You know what I mean? I feel like you're good at just like helping them get off the ground. You know, it's just like, yo, I've been doing just like Queen of Pentacles. You know, it's just like, hey, this is work for me. Let's say, for example, you know, I like to invest in blah 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 blah. For, you know, if money was the thing for a while, you know, I found that doing this, you know, maybe having a little side gig here, you know, like if you got like I found like this site, if you do blah 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 blah, you know, I feel like Capricorn is that's the type of energy that you have. It's really it's you help people become resourceful, you know, and then not even just in money, just in life, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to, and I feel like maybe that's too. I feel like maybe your energy is so tied to money that maybe it's that, and you know, I'm not calling you greedy, but I feel like it can have a broader focus. You know, I feel like it's something that has been just, when people label Capricorns as hard workers, you know, they're the type that they're just going to get whatever job, they're going to retire with that job. You know, some might branch off, but it's just work all the time. But it's just like, what would it look like if you just, you know, made resources? I just asked a friend this not too long ago, and because I heard it in a video, and I feel like this might help for you, Capricorn, and then we're going to wrap up here. But what would you be doing if there were no money? You know, what would that look like? You know, would you be a gardener? Would you be a chef? Would you be a musician? You know, what does that look like? And then I say channel that energy there. You know, see if you got a little bit, you know, feed that little side of you, something that'll bring just some joy in your life. You know, something along those lines, because I just feel like that once we start embracing the idea of happiness, and, you know, take out the requirements. You know, there's so many things you have to do. What do you want to do? You know, and then do that. And then let's start there. And then when you got a groove there, do it again. And then keep doing it. And then next thing you know, you're doing it in a way, and everybody else, we're doing the Capricorn dance, you know, and we're making resources. So let's do that. Let's get a dance in. All right, before we have a big old dance party, I'm going to call it there, Capricorn. But hopefully you like that, okay? Okay? That was aggressive. Give that a thumbs up if you like that, Capricorn. Share this thing, you know. This is not just, you know, it's not to, would I love every Capricorn in the world to see this? Absolutely, if it resonates with you. But if you know someone who this would resonate with, share this thing, Capricorn. Let's get into where we're really using our gifts to our fullest here. Subscribe, hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. I'm getting better about being all up on social media in general. I got a lot of stuff that I'm cooking up in the mix that I'm learning. You know, I told you, you're self-growth, I'm self-growth. It's just, you know, everyone's growing. You know, I got to keep up with the Capricorn. And then lastly, you got a big old ticket. Not that you needed one, but come check out my channel, The Chariot Friends. If you have any like cancer in your place, man, maybe you work with a cancer, you know, I'm not sure how that applies. Maybe just want to understand how we tick. But I discuss lunar shenanigans. You know, we talk about the new moon all the time. And that'll tell you what cycle we're in case you're curious there. But all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards now that I got these 2 decks here. So we got 2 of Swords over here, and then we got, what we got working over here? We got Touch over here. And I feel like with these cards popping up, I feel like it's time to just, again, to trust that everything is okay. You see how she's it's like she's got her blindfold here. It's like someone asked her to just like relax, but she still brought her 2 swords just in case. Put the 2 swords down. Just put them down. Trust. I feel like it's like asking you to trust that it's going to be okay for a second. You know, like that. Like, of course, life is going to ebb and it's going to flow, but we can still enjoy. We can still be happy. And then we can learn. And then, you know what? When we're in a positive mindset, when you know, mindfulness comes your way, lessons come your way, we're in a better headspace to deal with it. And with this touch card, what I'm getting with this is, I feel like some of us would maybe benefit, you know how I was talking about doing like a hobby or something, maybe like working with our hands, you know, maybe doing something that's, maybe doing some sculpting, maybe some gardening, maybe something that can just, maybe just getting back in touch with the earth. You know, Taurus had a similar card. They got the earth card, oddly enough. And I'm getting that, at least for you two, maybe it would help, you know, weather permitting. You know, it's a blizzard over here. But to get back in touch with nature, you know, maybe find a way to get your hands dirty, you know, do something, go fix something, you know, I'm something, Capricorn, let's create something, maybe paint, you know, find an outlet, you know, and I feel like that's going to help just get you in a good place and really get you where you can sit comfortably, because bet you Queen of Pentacles, she's still gonna sit up here pretty, even though there's storms are coming. That's not gonna change the fact that she's still chilling, because she's ready for it, because it's just like, oh good, a lesson is coming. I was getting kind of bored, so I'm gonna leave that there, Capricorn. Stay safe out there. And you keep raising that vibration, because you really do it great, and I just knowing that and finding different ways to tap into that. So you keep doing your thing, and I will catch you on the next one later.